Hello and welcome everyone. And yes, I have returned and still on verge of dying like usual. My return wasn't as smooth as I would have hoped so. AKA, my train was an hour late. I had to be in a broken chair the entire time, cramped up with my bags, since all the overhead compartments were filled, even though there were quite quite many free seats, but nobody could, budge and spread around, like use those for something. No? Mm. Anyway, um, I had to pretty much put everything I had planned to do yesterday to this day. Meaning I missed the raids and I'm a bit broken from all of the experience, but here I am. And I don't know how the next couple of days, like what I'm gonna really do. So there might be an extra stream throughout. I have to see. I need to talk to other people. Like, what do they want to do? Because if I would just be, just me here, I should really focus on the painting project and a video project, which at least I done the most repetitive part of that video, let's just say. And it is meant to be like a video that's done in under an hour. Just something to, say thanks and all. So it's more important that I finish it in time rather than it's good. But the painting jobs, yeah, there is still a bit to do with this. Like, I have gotten most of the colors down, and since this is meant to be mostly pure contracts work, it's mostly done already. Just need to finish up the rest. The second model, which is not like a must, batch, because it's 3 models in the first, doesn't have that much to do with it either. I'm again shocked how much just a single layer of noon oil does to a model. Like, it went from so horrendly disgusting to something actually cool. And yeah, it's gloss noon oil, by the way, which I've been forgetting to try to get out of all the stores since you can't buy it anymore. It's been removed from the stock. And yeah, all the Necron models really need that glossy Noan to work. Like, yeah, normal Noan can do the job, but then I would need to be very specific with it and maybe re-highlight places. But yeah, so much extra work. And to a lesser effect. Because I do want there to be that oily glow to it. But, it is actually time, so let's get into the game. I was thinking that there would still be some time to the time mark. And my eyes! This hasn't hurt my eyes before yesterday, but now it's just blazing into my eyes. same thing happened yesterday. And I don't think the lamps in this room have, dimmed. It's not that much. Although, now that I look at it, one of the lamps is again on the verge of shutting off. Maybe I should exchange that. A bit of extra overall lighting would help with the painting, It's so many things I paint look extremely cool, but when I actually take them somewhere actually brightly lit, they look horrible. But yeah, I did not remember that this was the spot where we left off. Funny enough, This was the exact same spot I stopped like yesterday with in the other version, because I did attend with the stream. Second time of me doing that, and it's fun. I actually did advance on the Pokédex. I did some, you know, reading, and I did trades, so now I have all the starters in one form. Yeah, Fuecoco line is still locked in this one, but I'm in no rush. Like, my plan only is to like actually start building up the living decks after the bank integration happens, because there is still some, you know, doubt and possibilities that they will change what position certain Pokemon will have in the Pokédex. Maybe certain Pokemon are put under like a number of pre-existing Pokemon, for example. I don't want to spoil, but that is a theory. I'm very doubtful, very doubtful about that, but the placement in the Pokédex of some Pokemon, that could really well like change. Especially since, you know, let me showcase the map. So usually in Pokemon games you have the map. Let's consider this with the old-fashioned way. That you would start up here. So Pokemon found out here, and the evolution lines would be from like the early in the Pokédex. And in a traditional Pokemon game, if this map would be in a traditional Pokemon game, I could see that you would just go on a clockwise circulation throughout around the entire place, since we have the Pokemon Week and Elite Four right there. So the Pokédex numbers would go up, like bit by bit by the Pokemon you found. But now you have like this thing that you can go that way, you can go that way, you can go wherever. So maybe the numbering might change in the end. I would expect that it would go like start early and then like going up slowly, and a couple here, so in the end, like it is in these games. But that's only a local Pokédex, so there is potential to change. Potential. And oh yeah, funny enough, like I've been ahead of a certain someone streaming this game for a very long time, and by a big margin, surprisingly. But they actually went way past me last time. They did a couple of things, but here's the kicker. My plan was to do those things today, and probably even more, since there were the doubts that maybe this stream won't happen this year, but would actually happen, you know, next year. But since we are here, let's make sure that we are ahead. Not because of any competition sake, because I finished like the other version of the game like ages ago and all, but just for the sake that if I get this to a complete state, I can actually start doing those runs in like joining other people and starting collect the exclusives in this one earlier as well. And oh yeah, let me actually take that. Yeah, and there is actually this small stool here, so the player characters are all the same size, but the one in the hero pose has the stool, so they are a bit above. This one feels like a tiny bit maybe too high. Because, yeah, it feels a bit too high. But I forgot about this yesterday. Should have done some posing with it. But can't remember everything about the town. Other than that, this is just a very plain marine town. Like overall, not much to it. There is a very like singular key thing about this place, which we will do in a second. I will just showcase that there is like an actual beach area here. What is this? This is the fine type sand island. No, not interested. So yeah, they have like built up like a proper beach. I wonder what the shiny bird looks like. Doubt any of those are shiny because they look all the same. So, such a nice beach, you say? You're surrounded by electric birds that look menacing. Like, what's the case with, you know, our little sandcastle here that only the shovel was like a different color? I think that was the case. Great to see them here because I've never seen them here in the other version. Oh yeah, and we have our small urchin. And like the way that the wiglet is right there, it makes this area look alive and yet not look alive. It's so rare to like actually see Pokemon near like chairs. It's just something the Pokemon games tend to not do. Oh yeah, and here we actually have the Pokemon from the poster. Its evolution doesn't look like the other one in the poster though. You have to do something in order to make that to happen. And I'm not gonna spoil how it works. I haven't actually fought against any, but from what I have heard, it might prove a bit of a painful experience. Maybe not this bit. Okay, since you are so here, let's capture. Yeah, that funny ring of water. Telltale. And gotcha. That was easy. Good start. Yeah, we're collecting mucus. Yeah. That, like, how to say it? Like, dolphins IRL have been shown to be like both the like very compassionate and nice, also total assholes. It just depends on the circumstances which one they end up being, I guess. But how does the water ring work in water though? Like, do they use it like a diving ring, or what's the purpose of it? You guys even know what a diving ring is? Yes, I haven't seen one of those things since I was in lower grades. So that was like the thing we did in like while we had swimming lessons in school. And yes, it didn't matter did you know how to swim or not. You still like the educational like classes were just, you know, learn how to swim. If you know how to swim, you have to learn anyway. Like, what? But yeah, diving rings was something like if you actually knew how to swim, you were pretty much just given free time in the swimming pools, and diving rings were a thing you could, you know, do. There were only a couple of them, but well, you had something to do, you know. throw the ring, dive to get it. Meanwhile, like I tried to be very snarky and show that I can just use my toes to get it. Even on the deep end, I can reach. I was the only one who could do it. Some of the teachers even couldn't do it. Yeah, it was actually a very big pain to be that size at that age. But since remember that our quest was to deliver the wallet, and we aren't not given an option not to do it, so let's go and do it. This is our gym mission after all. Like, the fact that he just ran through the desert, I could totally see this. Like, some say that it's super unrealistic situation. No, I see it being realistic. Somebody called him that, oh, that there is something rare here. How could you go around? Very rude. So yeah, so I could genuinely see that he got a call that there is something rare here, and then, you know, he just left, forgot the wallet. But if we say it's not important, we're just kicked out. How about we approach again? But that's like you would say something rude in some language someone doesn't speak to them. How would they know to take offense? That uncanny shelter with no eyes. Yeah, Magic Glove doesn't look so bad, you know, but the shelter, that looks very uncanny. And yeah, we are just put into a battle for some reason. Like, what is this supposed to do? I'm using a Pokemon that's weak to theirs. Single Shadow Ball, and that's it. And yes, the Shell Bell does its job. Culture. Like, again, our Pokemon is weak, but the level difference is quite huge. That's all the money he had. Over a single battle, he just gave us all of their money. Like, what and why? You forgot this. And I just punched them in the face. Yeah, it took him, like, he took the wallet from us, and only later on noticed, oh, my wallet. Yes, auction. That is the one thing this city has. Auctions. And most of them just flat out suck. And I don't get why the auctions are kept at these food vendor places. Like, I don't see this like as a Spanish thing, but I know that like food stockits like have auctions they go to, and that's how they get their, you know, produce to sell. I never seen that being like a European thing, like in the past couple decades. Like in the past centuries, yeah, that was the thing everywhere. Like it makes sense why it's not a thing here anymore, but it's still a thing in Asia. Like I have seen videos of it still happening, and sometimes like the produce getting destroyed because the auctioneer like accidentally falls down and spreads out the spice. Stupid thing like that. I'm not bidding yet. Note, they were asking 10,000. Somebody just goes in and 15,000. Like they weren't asking for it. Yeah, I don't think that this can end in anything else than this. If I would have put down 50, I would have just used all of the money given to me. At least I get something out of this. Left with some money. Yeah, the seaweed looked spoiled. Like, seaweed should never be that red. It's a weed. Weeds need to be green. But wait, I only now noticed your like previous message. But yeah, that's our gym challenge done. So let me put it here for a second. It's because I did a recording there. Yeah, I have to make up because the recordings I did in the Violet copy are corrupted. So I didn't talk about those team stats on my end yet. And no big surprise, my stats are high on Warhammer as well. But haven't you just been playing Steam games that much? If Warhammer is high on your end as well? It's like, there's only those hours in Dawn of War. Where does the rest come from? We didn't play for that long, like Retribution is not a long game. Yeah, it's I do hate how they did that, and the fact that they could have easily put in the game corner in all of the Pokemon games without it being breaking the gambling law, because arcades are considered just to be fine. Because you aren't winning money, you're winning tokens. AKA, you are transferring money into something that's not money. So that's just fine. Wait, what? Why there is an extra markup there? Huh. That's interesting. Anyway, so you could have the game corner just work in essence how it was in Gen 4. So you input like the actual money in there, but you win out tokens, and those tokens you use to buy out the prices. That's how it, like, that's illegal. American, like, that's done everywhere in the US constantly. And, well, in Europe too, but there isn't many arcades. Like, they're almost all dead. And yeah, it used to be at one point way more strict here. You could not have an arcade machine where you inputted a coin just to play, no matter that you didn't get anything out of it. It was still considered gambling, and you had to round off the area to be 18 plus. I remember like the times when I went to Canary with my parents and noticed, oh, they have a Super Mario 3 arcade machine. it's in the 18 plus zone with all the gambling machines, because that's the how it works now. Yep, I'm not surprised about that. What? What? Don't know what that means. Soda! That's expensive. Like, you can just buy them for cheaper, and that's the starting price. What the hell? Okay. Now it explains. Netballs. Four netballs. I told you, like these auctions just suck. Is it so that I just can't buy netballs yet? No, screw it. Let's do this. If it goes way too high, which I expect it to go, I'm just not gonna buy. And yeah, I guess you just have to start because somebody is gonna raise up the price anyway. Already, you guys put the price so high. Yeah, ludicrous price. I'm not paying that. All the achievements. No, that's a good one. That's a goodie. Warble again. This a single warble. What? 100,000. What? What did warble even do? Was it like for bugs and fish? Let me check because I can't remember. Yes, I think it was like bug and fish. And it like sucked overall. Oh, am I mixing it up with something else? Catching Pokemon in or on the water. So it's just water. Isn't it not sold normally then? Because I don't remember seeing them in a while. But... Huh. But they are in the previous gen. It's just I never used them, so I guess I just forgot that was that. I remember that the art, like the look for the lore balls was for a completely different ball. But no, and that's the starting price. That's insane. No, nothing happens because you aren't choosing a gender in this one. You just choose the, you know, what like your character looks. You are never referred as any gender. As far as I remember, at not any of the points you are referred. But yeah, these auctions just suck. Sometimes you can actually find something useful. You can actually get a key item in here as well. And we have sandwich ingredients. Marmalade? Well, might as well. And we still have league points from the last time we used the code. Magical star? You know, I'm just gonna get some of these just to showcase. Because I forgot that can you actually inspect them or not. Like, really? I did not even notice that. I'm just way too, you know, used to reading Amigo in all the occasions. And I'm so used to hearing it as well. Oh yeah, canned food. Rice. You can put rice and noodles on a sandwich for some reason. And yes, they have the very best, so we must get some of that. Because I cannot resist. And this person... Fried fillet. Yeah, so there is a ingredient here, which I don't have access to, but I have access to it in the other version. Which means that I guess it's locked depending on how many gym badges you have. Which doesn't really make that much sense, especially since the star rating and effectiveness of the sandwiches aren't gonna increase with ingredients. So, let's see. Huh, that's actually true. I don't know the language that well either, but like, I haven't noticed that ever before. I might need to look into like other random NPCs talking to you. I guess like there is a point to like in languages, even like back when it was like important to, you know, not wrongly gender someone in speech. So you just have to make expectations at every point anyway. So maybe that's it. It's just that they removed the label. And none of the characters, like, overall mention it in any way. Overall, in Pokemon games, it's, like, not that much mentioned. Like, some games, they just say, oh, it's that boy, or oh, it's that girl again. It just goes into, like, a very minute situation like that. But I like, I always found it, like, very weird that in the DS titles, you had like a thing you could put on your profile, and there were like questions, and you could answer them. And one of them is that, do you have a secret? And you could say that, like, in that position, I don't remember any of the other options, other than I'm secretly a boy or I'm secretly a girl. Like, those were the only options to that question which I can remember. And it was weird to see. So yeah, I'm just reliving the Oblivion experience while talking about the subject. There is just some cathartic feeling to, you know, be jumping from rooftop to rooftop again. It's been so many years that I have actually done it IRL last time. And then I did not have to care about the consequences either. If something broke, it just broke. Not my problem. But yeah, this is, you know, this city done. There is nothing else to do here. The auctions change daily, so I don't think I will return here while on stream, but maybe off stream. At least after completing the game, I have to come here off stream. Or maybe I should like quickly visit it like after getting a couple gym badges, because I think that one key item you can actually get from the auctions might be locked because I haven't completed enough gyms as well. It feels like a thing that should always, you know, be there, regardless of the day, if you have enough gym badges. If it's just locked into a day, it feels very restrictive. Without spoiling what the item is, it's a very important one for many. They just say it that way. So... I did come through the desert last time. I did not go to that area just because I wanted to save. I'm just thinking, Should I do it, you know, before the gym or after the gym? And oh, hello. I guess I might as well do this. As if you know this, that's a different form of Tauros. These are meant to be quite rare, and they are version exclusive as well. I don't remember have I captured one on stream or not. Ah, okay. Like, sorry, I just have the urge to take a sip at any point I'm trying to talk for some reason. No, like, you can join in the call if you want to. I will set up Discord quickly, and I will hop into the stream voice. Like, these streams aren't like that locked in, so another commentator, it is appreciated. Hello.
Hello. Oh, that was the wrong move, Cap. Now you've got hydrations.
Yep, hold up. I need to set so I can actually hear you. And then I need to start counting how many times. 5. I can see 5. The freaking chat goes wild if I have to like put it up or down.
Yeah, no.
So let's start counting then. 1. And that's it.
You sounded as though you were a Tauros for a second, to be honest with you. With all the
It's hard to count while you have your mouth filled.
I see. Maybe
So,
cows are counting.
Acrobats wants to learn something. It's a takedown. Hopefully that won't happen to my stream, but the Pokemon could, you know, learn it. Yeah, I'm gonna take off focus energy. It's not like I'm lucky enough to actually utilize the move.
Imagine if you could just take down anybody's stream. That's a win.
Like, there was actually a genuine fear for a Pokemon move, so it was banned. Like, Chatot in Gen 4 was supposed to be able to record what you say when they use a certain move.
Oh god.
And repeat that. So the move was banned in online play.
By the way, Tauros, I thought that was normal type. I have been away from Pokemon for a long time.
This is a Paldean Tauros. I just don't know why does it just say Paldean form, because this is not the normal Paldean form, this is a specific one. It's a Scarlet specific version, so I thought that it would have said like in the form that this would have been a different form.
Also, I've seen a lot of videos about this, but I really doubt the height and weight. Actually, no, I don't doubt it, considering what they look like here. They are quite small, aren't they? 4'7" and about 200 pounds.
So let's go over here. Why doesn't it show me any other forms? But I caught the shiny one in a stream as well, so it should show me the other forms. Why can't I see it? I am very confused. Was it a different button to do so? Like, it's been a while. It's been a while.
So have they finally sorted out most Pokemon then. Just to make them seem more logically to do with their height and weight.
Like there is always like variation between like the species. You can find like taller or shorter ones, and certain Pokemon just feel like way bigger than they should be, and Wailord is lighter than air, and
Cat. Base
So-
whale.
I-
Base whales.
I don't like remember how to like see other forms, or was it that I'm just locked out of seeing forms? Because the other form, which I've already caught, is just a fighting type. I don't know why can't I show it. It should be visible. Let me just make sure that nothing bad has happened. Yes, I did save on the stream. Yeah, I have the shiny one right here. And as you can see, it's just a fighting type. So I don't know why the Pokédex isn't allowing me to check forms. It should show me like that form and the other form, and like show the shiny and non-shiny.
Very strange.
Or could there be something, because I haven't caught a non-shiny version of the normal one. You know, just to test this theory, let's capture this one right now.
How did you catch one with fire form and that this one isn't? Do they just both live together then?
Yeah, like they are the same species, it's just a different form. Okay, it didn't go in, but let me try again. This is gonna be one of those, isn't it? Because the likelihood if I do an attack, it's just gonna die. Bite shouldn't be very effective, but the level difference. Okay, they were bulkier than I expected. But this would take a year if I did do it that way. You know, one more ball, then I might make it faint and try another one. I don't have anything specific for like catching on either one of my game's teams, so
It'd be good if like I can even make it lore-wise, so Pokemon, if you're listening, actually listen to this. Everything else I said about Pokemon was probably a joke. But it'd be good if, like, in Pokemon lore, they literally make a Pokemon that is there for catching Pokemon. Like, and then make moves that help with catching, if that makes sense. You know, because they made Porygon, a synthetic Pokemon, in even Gen 2. So it'd be nice, like, logically, that they did that.
like there is the move Force Swipe, which is like done for it, but like it would, you know, give up very much of poacher vibes if they would do like an artificial Pokemon, which idea is only to capture other Pokemon, so they should never do that.
I guess.
And yeah, god damn it, I keep bumping into Pokemon I don't want to. Run free, Meowth. I want to get that item.
Wait, Meowth? What?
This keeps just happening! I could not move one bit, and immediately again. And look how tiny this one is. At least I wanted to bump into a Tauros, so let's see if this one goes into the ball. No, so it must die. It shows its fate. It will die.
Yeah.
But there is already another Taurus just waiting there to bump into me.
Yeah. But yeah, I get what you said. So perhaps I was silly in thinking that. You have a point. It's not supposed to be dealing with those issues these games. So you know.
But I was very surprised how they did actually, you know, take a comment to the coral reef dying by adding the new evolution to Corsola.
What with the coral bleaching then?
Like in the previous generation, Corsola had a regional variant, and it evolved into a Cursola. So it's ghost type. It's dead coral. So it is pretty much like a comment on the real life occurrence of coral being bleached to death.
Yeah, it's been a long while. I did do a paper about that. How many years ago? 13 years ago? Just part of university degrees, though. It wasn't a published paper. It was just you know what I mean. One of those exercises you've got to do in order to get your degree, I guess.
Yeah.
I had a choice of things, and that was the thing that I found the most interesting. So.
I can only see this form now. Oh wait, don't tell me, because this is recently caught. Do I actually have to go like to the full dex? If I have to do this is very silly. But it's starting to feel like that I need to actually do this.
It does feel like it.
What was the number even? How far is it? I should have taken notice.
Is this the full dex, or like? Because I know that you can't catch every Pokemon in this generation.
Yeah, it's the regional dex.
I got it. Yeah, I see it.
So, okay, so you have to go into the full dex, and now you can go between the different forms. And I can even see the shiny form of this one, even though I haven't caught the shiny form of this form.
Interesting, yeah.
But yeah, so the fire form should be like very rare, but there is a... Stop bumping into me. As I was trying to say, it should be very rare, but on Violet there is a water form, and in Violet I have seen entire herds that's just the water form. So I never thought it was rare when I was playing that, because I just thought that you just find it in a different part of the map. But now I'm a bit of two minds. Should I do the gym first, or should I go and take care of the Titan first? Maybe I will go after the Titan. What Pokemon of mine is actually good against it? I think I should put the tree up. And let's go. There you can see it. Yeah, this is one of the Titans which is different between which version you play. Okay. And I don't know why did I have to go under its feet in order to make it attack. Jesus. Yep, it's from the Great Crater. And yeah, even if it's saying Donphan, its name is Great Tusk, not the knockoff. And well, now the seeds have been sown. And I will put some extra seeds as well. Because, ouch.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. Just... Yeah.
I have 3 different healing stacks going on at once. So that's what's going on. And I could even use a healing move, like a draining move as well. Ow! How the hell was it so effective? Jesus. Like, I know that I almost one-shotted it, but I actually need to heal in between now. And it just popped up immediately over there. But yeah, now that I can say it without spoiling, because you can actually see the Great Tusk over there, I'm very doubtful, but there is some possibilities that when the Pokemon the Pokemon Home interaction comes in, they might make that the Great Tusk is a form of Donphan. Possibly. But I doubt it because it cannot evolve. So breeding shouldn't be possible either. At least it should not be in this one.
That doesn't look like a good thing to eat.
But it's an elephant, of course it can eat.
Well, I don't know what the elephant is eating. If it radiates, it's normally not good to eat, trust me.
You just haven't ever tried to consume an ammo pack. You wouldn't know. Yeah, I have a hunch that the Scovillain is gonna... Oh, it survived. Usually, it has died on 1 hit. Just way too used to that. Arwen's Pokemon just get annihilated immediately. And yeah, I could have just ended it by now if I just used Energy Ball and Energy Ball. But just covering my bases. I don't know why the knockoff isn't working. Like, last time it didn't work, and I doubt it worked this time. Yep, it didn't work. I again have 3 stacks of healing. And yes, the Seed Zone effect does heal your opponent Pokemons as well. But if I have multiple stacks of healing and my opponent only has that, I'm on the win. Wait, Arwen actually got the kill. What the hell?
Arwen's the best trainer, yeah?
Now time for the treasure. And this is the greatest treasure of them all. what would it even matter if the Titan would come back? Like, we defeated it so easily, we could defeat it again.
You think that? Are you sure though?
But there is the greatest treasure. Oh, no, wait, I forgot the order wrong. So no, this is not the one. It's the other one. This one was the worst. Yeah, this was the worst one. It is the next one that's the best one. And yeah, even Arwen is saying that it looks like it's gonna taste horrible.
I don't think that's what it means, Arvin. I really don't.
I don't get like how is like have Arwen done these badges, and why some of them look better than the actual gym badges. And here comes my favorite part of this. Teasing the lizard. Because this is my sandwich. My sandwich.
Is every sandwich yours?
Yes. It is mine. I just love this sound so much.
Really? I don't like this in games. You should always have a choice. If it's a choice, you know.
Yeah, I do get it, but there's like a very good reason why it's not a choice, but at the least you can tease the lizard for a while. Arwen keeps feeding the damn corpse. Yay. Yeah, this ability will actually speed up going to places for quite a bit. It's quite bad for what it could be, but so I'm really hopeful that they will like actually make it better with an update, because I think it's way too nerfed at the moment, and there is no real point why it's that way. And whoops, I hit the mic. I will show what I mean in a few moments when we actually get out of this cave and this cutscene.
That brute and Mabo stiff. Okay. Okay. Sure. Call Cat's Pokemon a brute. Any Pokemon Cat would have is going to be far more civilized than yours, Arvin.
Well, you see what Arwen's Pokemon is right now. It's just a breathing corpse.
In all fairness, I hate to think about it because, yeah. It's horrible to see a pet in such a way, you know?
It's a dog.
Sorry? Oh, it's a dog? I thought it was a... I didn't think it was a dog. I thought it was a walrus. Gosh.
No, it is a dog. And you should understand why I have no sympathy.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I will show what's wrong with the Clyde. Like, I really love the Clyde, but there is a very big issue with it. But before that, I have to do this because I did a recording. And as you know, OBS hates when you do recordings. I really don't understand why. To this day. It's like, the previous system I used should have fixed this issue altogether. Yet it didn't. It just made the recordings corrupt on top of everything. So, at least it only takes like a couple of minutes at most to fix itself. So you don't have to just look at my face for that long. Let's try. It might be good. I will turn it back if it starts jittering. Yep, it did it again. For fuck's sake. Ugh. I would accept this just as it is if there would be like a clear indication when it's gonna stop. But there isn't any. It's not fine yet. Or was it fine just at the moment when I pushed it back? Nope. Nope. Still freeze framing. Like I can see it faster on my end than it actually can be seen on the stream. Because I can actually see like 3 different screens going on at once. So, come on, it should be fine by now. If it's gonna start again, I'm gonna blame it on it's doing it randomly instead of after a recording. Because it sometimes have done it just completely randomly, for no reason whatsoever. So, in order for me to showcase what's wrong with the Clyde, I actually need to get somewhere high first. But on the way there, I might as well capture some items and see what this is. Fighting type Psyduck. How about no? Three hyper potions. Now that's actually useful. So let's climb on top of this hill, and it should be high enough that I can fully show what's the big issue. Let's actually use it for like an actual proper thing first, which would be jump high as you can and then start gliding. It is gliding, so of course you end up going like more down, like longer you go. It makes sense. That's not the issue. Now I might be too low, but let me try anyway. But the actual issue is you glide so slowly, there is no way to increase or decrease the speed. You will constantly go down, which is normal and expected. And yeah, this journey was way too short. So I guess I have to showcase like the biggest issue a bit later, because I don't want to climb up immediately. And even that might actually be too short.
So, rocket boosters are the next upgrade. Got it.
There is still a Titan left, so there is gonna be something.
By the way, I do not know, so ergo, if I get it right, that was a guess, okay. What is youth?
I guess with the level difference, this should be. Yep. Although that looked more like a slap than a tackle to me.
It's a slap of death, though.
That's the psychic one, isn't it? So, energy ball. Damn. It is a fast bird.
Very, very fast. Not very effective, but still destroys the opponent.
The level difference does a lot. And yeah, now I can more easily avoid random Pokemon battles I don't want to attend. Because just jumping over things doesn't work that well, but gliding over them works better at least. Sometimes the height difference gets hard to, you know, estimate. Like it would be with these guys, because they can just fly up. Hello. No, 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 no. You will not catch me this day. And yeah, for some reason they only found here and not near those like actual stone structures that look like them. Because I would actually have put them like in those ruin areas rather than in the desert. Just for that fact.
Yeah. I know all these people just hanging around in the middle of the desert.
I don't know. There are crazier places for people to be, but like most of them just tend to be in some very random place for no reason whatsoever. At least it's not like in the previous games where they were legit businessmen complaining that they are busy, yet they are saying that they are happy that they ambushed a random child.
I mean, what else do businessmen do? I'm sorry. You have a very good point. Oh, God. Are there still businessmen in this game?
Yeah, they are, but since you can just choose to not battle, like no one can say that they ambushed you.
You can choose to not battle. Is that due to the fact that you've got loads of ways of going around people, or is that
You need to
something
actively talk to the NPCs for the battle to happen.
Okay, got it.
Like in the previous generations, yeah, I tended to have do that anyway, since instinctively I usually like go behind people, but here they can't initiate it no matter what. You have to talk. That Bramble is going fast. Like I don't see there being so many of these tiny ones, which name I always forget. Even though this should be a swarm. Okay, now they are starting to appear more.
Well, I've learnt something. Just don't ever talk to anybody. Ever. Or if you do, talk to them online so that they can duel Pokemon against you.
Are you so sure about that?
I don't even have a Pokemon.
Are you so sure about that?
At this point, I'd have to battle with myself.
Are you so sure there isn't a Smogon account made in your name, Goran?
No comment. No comment. She's just flying over somebody going, how about it?
Yeah, these two definitely have some time to spare since they're just here in the desert for no reason whatsoever. And it's supposed to be the treasure hunt in the school anyway. Yeah, I do find it weird that they actually like forcibly make time pass in this game in a way that it has not been done in any other Pokemon game before. It's not that big of a spoiler, but there is gonna be a spot where they just say that X amount of time has passed. And it just happens. Which means that these NPCs just remain here for at least that amount of time. Canonically, which makes their life even more miserable while looking into the perspective.
I'm confused. If it's a set amount of time and time goes by normally in this game, certainly that would mean that theoretically you could do so many side quests and just avoid the main quest for such a long time that you'd have to go back in time.
Well, the thing is that in previous Pokemon games and in this one, like, day and night go by, but that doesn't mean that they have actually been, like, in story-wise, it's been a day or night that has, like, just gone by. Because in story, they usually say that, oh, it's only been, like, a couple of days, or, oh, it was only in the morning that you left from home and now you're a Pokemon master. Yeah, like they do imply in many of the previous ones that it just like nearly no time at all has happened. But this one has a spot where it just poof, X amount of time has passed, is said in text form. Yeah, the paralyze is taking its toll since I can't do anything. And the salt is just polishing itself. Of course it has 30.
Salt should not be polished, it should be grainy. Not grainy, but you know what I mean.
It's not gonna be very effective. It keeps polishing. The salt is getting very shiny, and I'm paralyzed. I can't move. This battle should have ended like 4 turns ago, at minimum, and it's still going on. Fucking energy ball, overkill it.
I find it funny they call it a sodium chlorine stack. Interesting. Because that salt stack, basically. Na is the element of sodium, Cl is chlorine.
Yeah, I do know, but like, it is a 3-stage evolution line. And it's very rare that they use chemical jokes or like reference actual chemicals in Pokemon, like the formulas.
Yeah.
It happens, but it's usually in very like way more minute ways. Like there have been way more reference to alchemy than chemistry.
Indeed.
Okay, how many battles did I... Oh! Whoa! Oh shit! This is
What's
not
that?
good. I haven't saved on the stream yet.
Oh?
The game crashed.
Are you...
So now this has happened in both versions. At least once. How much did I lose? I don't think it has auto-saved. And I don't think I did save at any point. It could be that I just saved by reflect at some point when the screen wasn't showing. We'll see in a second, but I have a feeling that there is no saves. Yep, it's the entire stream all over again.
I thought... you were about to save, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
Oh.
So, I'm not gonna go and capture all those random Pokemon out there. I'm not gonna go and capture all those random items out there. So I'm just gonna go much more straightforward to where we're supposed to be doing.
Again?
Expect now I have to do the auction again and the Titan again. And, well, at least I don't have to do a recording this time, but god damn it.
Yeah, not good.
And funny enough, the game actually crashed for weird yesterday as well. I just can't recall. Oh, he was actually in the same place. Like, not exactly, but in the same area.
Yeah, I didn't see that. But that's not good for a game. To lose so much progress.
Yeah, well, there would be the autosave function. Normally it would have, like, autosaved. But autosave is too dangerous in Pokemon games, so I will not use it. Because let's take this situation the other way around. Let's take it in the way that I would have completed this auction. And then would have noticed, oh, the stream crashed like 5 minutes ago. What I'm gonna do? Well, since I don't have autosave, I can just reset the game and do it all over again while the stream is on again. And it's not gonna take that long to do everything again, but it's annoying. And it's a very good thing I didn't see any shinies out there, otherwise this would have been... I would have just ended the stream and gone to bed. But there is actually a very good possibility that I will go up now, and the Tauros won't be there. Like, the one that's actually fire type. And now I can at least try out a thing which I haven't seen anybody do yet, and I forgot to test out on the first go, and it's to do with the auction. I've never seen anyone just using the lowest bid every time. What would happen? And I'm special, like, I'm still very disappointed about the crashing. Like, Pokemon games have not, like, been crashing, like, even if you, like, you have to have done, like, way much editing or stacking multiple bugs in order to make the Pokemon games crash before. But this one, the fact that almost everyone I know has had a crash at least once at some point, it's not acceptable. So let's test the theory. I will always put the smallest bit But I still have a hunch we are gonna end up in the exact same position regardless. Yep, we're in the exact same position anyway. I could have put in the 50 there, but then I would have gotten none of the money. The fact that both of them are going in the wrong direction. Like, the gym is in the direction where I was going there. And even if I would take a lift, he would still be in the gym before me. Okay, we have better items this time. Because calcium is actually good. Dawnstone, that's good. Fried fillets. 44 for... Sure. I have a hunch this is gonna be so expensive it's not gonna matter, but... So you might as well start. I'll pass for now. They still raise it. Oh yeah, there was... Just to showcase. Muchacha. They do say muchacha. So there is some gendering in the speech. But it's light enough that I haven't noticed before. That's so expensive. Yeah, so there is a slight gendering in the speech. Okay, how much for the calcium? 3 for... No! You can buy it for cheaper than that. Okay, I have a hunch this is gonna go outrageous, but I might as well go with it. It's like, it is a relatively rare item to get anyway. I'm just gonna try the tactic of keeping it small. Because this might already be it. 4,000 isn't that bad. Yeah, 4,000 isn't that bad.
Good then.
Okay, let's save. And I don't get the fact that I didn't save at any point before, because usually in these streams I have saved every time, like when you guys haven't seen the stream, aka I have done the recording and needed the downtime so OBS can catch up. Why didn't I do that this time? Ugh.
It's a perfect storm, really.
Well, let's see, do we find one of the Tauros? Like, they aren't that rare, but it's still a very good possibility that we won't find one right now. I did fight this one. Yeah, the Tauruses were right here, and now I can't see any of them.
Oh no.
How is there none of them? I would have thought that I would at least find a couple. Well, there's one, but it's not a swarm. I would have thought that there would have at least like be some here, like pretty much all the time. It's not a big deal. Like I said, it's not that rare. I will just have to remember to capture the one I see next time. And I guess I should do the Titan again. Just to catch up where we were. Means that we put the tree on top. Oh yeah, I actually am missing a move because I didn't do those capturings. So I'm a bit lower leveled than before, the last time. I don't remember did the tree level up at any point though, so well, we'll see. Will there be any effect soon enough? This time I won't get trampled, I will jump into it.
Facing off against the damn fan again?
Hmm?
No, it's not the damn fan, is it?
Hold up, I need to put the sound, your sound up more.
You're facing the damn fan again. Yep. Yeah, I raised my voice a bit. Well, now you've not. Now you have to make sure you don't give a sandwich again.
Like, now I know that there isn't really a point to set up this battle. And just hit it once, it's gonna run away. I was expecting it to have way more defense. Like, way more defense overall.
I thought there was special defense and normal defense, and I'd assume grass bottle is a special attack one.
Like, there is special and normal, but like overall, like if I talk about defense, I usually mean like both ways. That like the Pokemon is bulky enough to survive and have high enough defense values to, you know, make their HP remain on the green values. And that's a thing I'm very bad with competitive side of things. It's like seeing like when there is any point to make a Pokemon like stats to be better on physical or special defense. Like you can have a Pokemon that's normally high physical defense, and you could train it to have good special defense, but I don't know like when and how the calculative measurements goes and when it's actually worth it to make the Pokemon have good defenses on both. It's not always about typing and the moves that are generally used in competitive. There are more factors to it. Okay, well, it's now even faster. And now it's back to normal.
That's a spin.
I don't know why the knockoff isn't working at all. At least that shrinking animation does work in this zone, since you can just imagine that the Pokemon is just sinks into the sand. Instead of being a very nonsensical, it just gets smaller for no reason whatsoever.
Oh wait, it was our believer that did all of this. Our believer took down your took down your save. You shouldn't let our believer learn takedown again. I now know the truth.
Like that happened so much earlier. And taking down the game isn't the issue. It's the game taking itself down. Ugh, my back is still so messed up from yesterday.
What happened yesterday?
Ugh, like not only the train was, you know, standing still for an extra hour, I were in a broken chair. The chair kept like falling backwards all the time. So like the mechanism created so you can like switch how it is like tilted was broken.
Yeah.
And on top of all of that, I was just forced to sit while I have the bag. Like, not only my backpack in my lap, I also had to have both of the other bags, like, on my legs as well. So you can imagine being a couple hours while you have extra 40 kilos on top of you.
Not good. I've forgotten. I need to put my food away. Leftovers, of course. Yeah, nice type to bed. Remember, don't give the sandwich. I'll be watching you.
I'm hurried redoing all of this, but I still have to do that once. Like, that's one of the things that doesn't change the cutscene whatsoever, no matter how many times you do it. But I have noticed that there are a couple of cutscenes that do change quite a bit depending on what you say. Sadly, I don't have the footage anymore because of the goddamn corruption happening. And yeah, I have not been able to know this earlier because if I look at previews, it always looked like things were fine. Because I could only see like the first captures and the last captures. And those were always fine. Well, it's just a couple of trainer battles and we're just about where we left off. Only missing a couple of wild Pokemon, which in essence are an easy thing to capture. Oh yeah, I did buy some of the ingredients for sandwiches as well. Not that I'm actually gonna be using them, but it's the principle of things. I do like there being a vast sandwich portfolio that's, you know, open with possibilities. Did I even battle against this trainer last time? Well, I do want to catch up with the XP lost one way or another anyway. Not that most likely I will need it. Oh, I thought I saw a shine in there. Sometimes the particle effects do mix. And sometimes I'm just way too used to seeing that shiny bit of flooring, even when it's not there anymore. Oh, come on. I just wanted to jump up so I can glide down. I'm certain I did not battle that trainer. Oh, so no, that's not a shiny. At first I thought that it could have been a shiny one.
I haven't seen you battling that right now. Like you said, the scientist-looking one. It just went a weird Pokemon.
I don't remember this NPC at all. Like, being here. And yeah, I forgot that Climber was even in this generation. Like, before yesterday. Oh damn. Disable. Not the tackle! Because this might actually not be enough. Okay, it was enough. Because damn, if they would have actually disabled my only attack move that Pokemon could use against them.
Yeah.
Like, I can imagine that there is gonna be a situation with someone that they have a level 100 Pokemon that's just gonna be outsped by a random NPC Pokemon. They're gonna utilize Disable to disable their only attack move. They're gonna be forced to struggle. And most likely they would win anyway, but still. It will take a long while. Like, most time in this game, for me at least, just goes by that just walking randomly back and forth in places and just doing old-timey shiny hunting. Why did the battle engage? I was so far away. Like, I was so far away from it.
You really were.
Like, that's a new one. Okay. Now there is the NPC I was meant to fight. That's a name you would think nobody would use anymore. Even I know what it means.
Sorry, what name?
Belen.
I don't know what it means, but oh well. Don't mind me. PM me if it's something too bad.
It's not that bad, but like, you should know it since it's a very UK thing and UK thing only.
Okay, well, I was trying not to think badly, but yeah, I can see how, like, if you edited that word by even the slightest amount, it wouldn't be fun. It wouldn't be fun, though, if that's what you mean.
Yep. Every time I see Hippodon or Hippopotamus, I always get the memory when back in the day I saw like the female Hippodon for the first time, and I thought that, oh, I found a shiny, only to notice, oh, the Pokemon actually has gender variants. Because I've only seen pictures of the Pokemon beforehand, and it was always a male one. So
yeah, those are the funny things. No humidity, as much as I know, means the air doesn't really keep heat effectively. So deserts are actually a lot of deserts are really cold in night time.
Yeah, like, pretty much all the deserts should be cold during the night. I only know a couple ones which do remain warm, but they are very small ones.
Yeah. I still remember one time I was in the desert at sunrise. There was such a difference between the sun actually hitting the ground and not. It was the difference between night and day, literally. Like, normally when the sun rises here in the UK, it's no big deal, like, the temperature doesn't change at all, but once the beam of light hits, like, it just felt as though everything was on fire.
Yeah, like, I have felt that difference, but not in an actual desert environment, as I've never been in one, like, during the transitional between night or day. I've been in Badlands, but there it's not that noticeable. But I have been in a metal environment where the metal is so large, one end receives the sun way before the other. So immediately you started noticing the slowly cooking effect starting to happen. I was shocked how quickly it happened through, like, in the end. You would think that it would take hours. Nope, it didn't.
Yeah.
Almost left a random potion, which I will never use.
Good you picked it up then, because you'll never use it.
Like, items, they are shiny. I must pick up everything. This random fur and random claw, I just have to have them. A fiery mushroom.
Mushroom.
I wish I could afford, because those would be like a very, very nice addition to a pizza. Talking of pizzas, I might actually need to make an extra run, like, tomorrow, because I have none. But then again, I don't have the space in the freezer anyway, because I did try to bring out supplies from home, and much of that takes place, even though it's not gonna be that... The space does not evaluate to nutritional values that well, I just say.
Yeah, for me, I've just got, chips and food to be put with chips and pasta packets, and I haven't seen this person before. But yeah, I should have enough to keep me going for 3 days, but we'll see. Leftovers, of course, as well now. I cooked my spaghetti bolognese.
I do have leftovers of random things from home as well. I really should eat those, but like, in most likelihood some of them have gone bad even before they were packed, so not looking forward to the experience of going through. But on the topic of chips, I'm actually shocked how I have not seen more than a single store advertising offers for crisps. It's like New Year's, it's just around the corner. That's like the prime time for eating crisps over here. And it's usually the New Year's where the stores compete that, like, how low can they dare to go with the prices in order to win the lowest price, which is gonna result into more, like way more sales and more profit, but they never dare to go down much.
There have been offers, but not that bad. Not that good, sorry. The one thing that surprised me, although I think this is the second or third year in a row it's happened, certain Christmassy foods like Brussels sprouts, potatoes, carrots, they were 19 pence this week, just due to the fact that I think it's a ploy by supermarkets that if people buy, if people buy a good roasting joint, that's going to give them enough profit, so therefore they're going to reduce everything else. And it looks like in theory, it looks like a goodwill gesture, effectively. And no supermarket wants to look, like they're acting like a very money-hungry supermarket, even if they are.
Yeah, like supermarkets over here, they and like brands overall, they tend to just pay for advertisements that make them look like they are doing something instead of doing something. Like, yeah, there are actually like couple initiatives started by both of the big brands over here that they like do charity things, but it's usually in the form of that you can just see that they are doing it for the tax write-offs. We don't have it as bad as in the US, where in essence for every dollar you give to charity you get off from your taxes, meaning like in addition, meaning that doing more charity makes you actually get more profit. Over here it's pretty much that, oh, you can get rid of some of your stock and not have to pay taxes for that because it's gonna go toward charity. So instead of adding to a company's profits, it's gonna cut from their losses. But it still breeds the, atmosphere of companies wanting to do charity just because it's gonna get them financial goods in one way or another. Oh yay, earthquake. Like, earthquake would be neat, but maybe Garnacle. But I have a memory that Garnacle's movement spots were already filled up. Yeah. There is the Rock Slide, Stealth Rock, Sword Gear, and Hammer Arm. Yeah, I have no Pokemon to actually use Earthquake. Like, it's very, very overused move. But in the end, I usually only have so few Pokemon that can utilize it. Or would utilize it. Plus, I usually prepare for doubles formats in every game way too much and try to steer away from moves that would hit my allies. In this game, there is nearly no double battles at all. Yet I still tend to vary of moves that would hit allies.
Yeah, thanks for having me with you for this little bit. Yeah, it was fun. I think I'll go off and play some games now myself. So yeah, good luck with all of this. Is it just the gym challenge? Well, not gym challenge, but facing the gym now then?
Yep, the gym is the next thing I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll keep watching that and keep hearing you on stream, but I'll be off on here. So take care, Cat.
See you later. And I will hop off the call as well, just so I won't be left in a situation where I'm off taking a break and somebody's gonna just jump in there. It wouldn't be the first time in essence, although the other times it was intentional, but it was unintentional that everybody that were there left to take a break as well, and nobody was there to say what's going on to the person joining. So yeah. So let's... Oh. I forgot to actually heal. I should not run out of PP anyway. If I do, that's gonna be just bad. But we have Cure Water if we like need to use a second Pokemon anyway, so this shouldn't be a concern. It should be fine. Yeah, actually, looking at the time, I would have expected to have wasted way more time. Like, yeah, it's 2 hours and I've pretty much done only one thing and now doing the second thing. But it had to reset, so it's not that bad. And like I did say earlier, I'm just way too used to that. Time just goes by with this game, and you just enjoy the fact that you're just going back and forth and looking at the Pokemon around you, just trying to spot could there be a shiny one in amidst there or something you might want to capture. Anyway. I don't get why that gym musics have to have that, like, the ending being like every time. Even when nothing that would, you know, normally result to that is happening right now. It's not like he's properly swarmed, and that's why the music has to stop, because he cannot go by. He's stuck there. And yeah, that cutscene looked a tad different than usual. I don't know why. Feels like the position of the NPCs were a tad different. Yeah, I don't mind. Even he can put in everything he got, and there should be no difference. And Goron, I'm gonna face the water gym leader, and you think I'm not gonna be hydrated enough? Well, double than nothing with you, it seems. So here we go. One. Damn, needed to do a couple of extra swallows there. Blech. Oh, we're halfway there. Yeah, I'm just gonna start with the proper attacks. They only have 3 Pokemon after all. And this is gonna heal me anyway. One more to go. Ugh. And 2 more Pokemon for my opponent. I'm gonna do this without terastallizing, just to showcase that I can do it. The reason why I stayed quiet there and did nothing for a second is so I could see at the sound waves. I'm not sure can you guys actually hear it, but it was visible in the sound waves. My water bottle is making a snapping noise. It does this occasionally, but I don't know why it only happens occasionally. Because by all physics, it should happen every time. Or none of the times. Yeah, it's a very light sound, but I can see that in the sound waves it was visible. But just seeing like a minute change in the sound waves, it's not much, you know. So I'm not surprised that it's not audible on your guys' end. Finally. The Mach Trio did survive a suspiciously long time there, considering everything. But yeah, this is the sweep. I did mention this like on the last stream. It was all about to be the sweep. But I was aiming to do this gym last time, originally. And yeah, Energy Ball would only be effective here, but it's already a pattern. It's always the fact that the last Pokemon the gym leaders has is gonna be not the type which they represent, but they're gonna make it the type by terrestrializing. Which means my Energy Ball is gonna end up super effective after all. And a super effective stab is always very good. Yeah, the good song barely got to start. That's such an abrupt ending to the part of the song. Yeah, like, this is a very fast fight. Like, I'm over leveled, yes. Plus, having a crash type against water types, it just tends to be like this. Plus, only 3 Pokemon, it's like, come on. Also, he's way too excited about this. He's way into this goofy photo. And I don't know why my character wasn't looking smug as usual. Wait, this was already my 6th gym badge. Whoops. Yeah, I did this way too late. Way too late. So, that was a major overkill, like expected, and oh, look, it's Hassel. I don't know why a certain someone has issues with Hassel. Hassel is neat. I like Hassel. He actually has passion for what he does. I'm just very confused about his clothing. It's like a... It feels like it's trying to be a modern mix of an old-time teaching clothes, but how does it work? If I knew how it worked, I might actually want that. I just don't understand how it works. But it is minor cape. Capes be cool. It's been a while that I've been in a cape instead of a hood and cowl. Much a difference of an experience, I'd say. But yeah, that was that. And I will save, and yes, guess what, that was a recording, that's why we're in this screen. But you might have heard that I put it in the main menu as well, because we are not gonna stay in this screen for a long while. I'm not gonna end the stream yet, no. I'm definitely gonna do at least one more thing, maybe even 2 more things. Most likely I'm gonna do one more thing and go in and prepare by like going towards the second thing. That's what I'm expecting. But that's gonna have to wait a moment because I need a break. It's gonna need to be like a couple of minutes since I do need to quickly contact a person since I have been contacted. And I don't think it's that urgent, but it's good that I get this thing going. Plus, overall, it's been a couple of hours, so I do need a break. So yeah, couple of minutes and I will be back. And I might actually read out those funny Steam stats when I'm back. Because I did leave it open just so I can go through it like on the stream. So yeah, couple of minutes and I'll be back.
Upon arriving on Cronus, General Lucas Alexander became Governor Militant and set about reclaiming the planet for the Imperium. When his enemies launched attacks on his capital, he prepared to repel them with extreme prejudice. Experts in planetary defense, the men of the Imperial Guard were heavily dug in and fortified in Victory Bay. Any attacker would face well-armed and well-supplied soldiers, backed by powerful armored columns and artillery positions. The Guard's only real weakness was its morale. Although most soldiers served honorably, the men of the regiment's 5th Company had proven less than stalwart and were placed under command of Regimental Commissar Anton Gebbet in a forward base on the northern shore of the Victoria River. Without Gebbet's whip, the company and its base would surely fold. Other companies took position in forward bases in more sensitive areas, ready to drive the enemy off. Still, determined attackers could overrun those positions. Governor Alexander remained confident, however. Indeed, any opponent who made it past his forward positions would find themselves staring down the barrel of the massive Hellstorm cannon of an Imperator Titan.
Okay, so let's get into those wacky Steam stats. And I do have to say that, like, the Steam replay thing showing in the background, like, only the images of the games I have played in the past year, it looks really cool. It's a very random selection, what I can see overall there. It's mixing the genres very good. That I can't see much of the same genre being like next to each other, because I think it's just all random. But since there aren't like titles that I have actually played, there's nothing to be annoyed by the game scene there. It just looks cool for that. So yeah. So let's look at highlights and things overall. So I have played 32 new games, 80 games in total. So that should showcase that I have played a lot of different titles that are like titles I have played before this year. And I have only played in a single playtest this year. Which is like, it's less than the previous year, but it's still like a lot in comparison. And note, it can only count like in Steam and Steam only ones. I have done a couple of playtestings of other things, but those haven't been Steam playtests. And I doubt that those games will be on Steam at any point anyway. So I don't know why it's showcasing Age of Empires Definite Edition, like the 2, not 1, Total Warhammer 2, and Fallout 3 as the 3 games. I can understand, like, Total War, because that have been 12% of my playtime. Yeah, Total War takes so much time to get anywhere, and the loading times are insane. And I have been playing a lot of Age of Empires, 13% of the time. And that's the fact, like, which shocks me, that it's only like 1% higher. But yeah, looking at the session times, like, you can, like, amount of sessions, you can notice that how much like the loading times and things affect. So remember, 30% of all playtime, Age of Empires, 118 sessions. Total War Warhammer, 12% with 61 sessions. You need multiple hours to even get anywhere. To even, like, sometimes it took multiple hours to complete a single turn. Like, that's the annoying bit. I wish that you would get, like, there would be a way to actually play everything faster. In 3, I have heard and seen that there are like new ways that you can actually finish up games in just a couple of hours. You get the same feeling like playing Heroes 3 on a small map, in essence. I do want 3, but even in sale it's too expensive. The entire series, it's way too expensive. Like, I understand, but make the old DLC cheaper. Like, nobody wants to play the first game, really. So make the DLCs in that cheaper, please. Like, the games have been, like, discounted heavily, but the DLCs never. And talking about achievements, 672 achievements unlocked from 47 different games. Note, that's that's just a bit over half of the games I have played. 213 have been rare achievements. I don't know what it actually counts as what's rare. Like, is a percentage of all players, is that always a rare? Like, what's the line? There should be, like, more tiers to that. I don't trust that rare achievement thing. And yeah, I don't know why Fallout 3 is up this high. I bet there should have been another game that's would have taken its place, because 7% of the playtime have been for Fallout 3. 36 sessions played. Like, I did do like a completely new playthrough with it, but 7%? Huh? And like, how have the other games? Like, nothing past that. Because we are quite low in the numbers overall. Yes, it's 13 plus 12 plus 7. That's only 32. So where is the 68% remaining? And this was a shocker as well. My longest streak was only 32 days. And in that time I played 24 different games. Yeah, you know that there's just too many games to keep up with. Even like the busiest of Steam playing times, I only played 24. Like, I played 24 different games, not only even much. Bleh. But yeah, it's a showcase. Like, I'm now spread around with the Switch, Steam, off-Steam games, like just on PC generally, now because GOG has gotten a lot more of my time than ever before. Other platforms, not really. Unless you count ESO, which has gotten a lot of my time as well. Yeah, my copy is not on Steam. I got it like way back when. And then on phone. So there is a lot more competition. A lot more competition for the time, but things outside of playing games. Not to even mention those. That takes way more. So, how you compare? Stack your year against the rest of Steam community. My 672 achievements puts me all the way to the highest echelons because Steam average is 21. Played 80 games put me all the way to the highest echelons because Steam average is 5. Longest streak 32 days. I'm pretty high up. Steam average 9. Like, Like, I hope that these have been counted using only like actually active accounts, because like it should be easy to like check that what is like a bot account, what's just an account for farming and all. It's easy, like there are easy methods to check that, and I hope that this does filter that out. But it might not. If it doesn't, these numbers are still like quite shocking. So, let's see. So, only 4% of the games I played were new releases, while the average is 17%. So, I've been playing way older games than on average. I kind of expected to be like more for most people. While for me, yeah, there was a couple that I played on release, but that's it. Then 63% of the games I played were released in the past 1 to 7 years, while 64 is the average. I'm shocked that I'm so close to the average on this. But then, classic games, 33%. Games that have been released at least 8 or more years ago, while the average is 19. Again, I would have thought that my average would have been way more on. Like even higher, way more higher than the average, but there we go. Then categories. I don't get why detective is my highest category. I know that I played a lot of Ace Attorney. Yeah, that has the detective tag. But has the detective tag been on for like Necromunda and Inquisitor? Like, they have to be. Like, there have to be multiple games where I would not have put the detective tab there myself. Because it's the only way that it can be this high. Then the second one is Games Workshop. No. no, like no big surprise. Third, Warhammer 40k. Who would have guessed? Then trivia. What? I haven't played much at all Jackbox this year. I guess it all from Tower Unite, because Tower Unite, I would assume, has trivia as a tag. Hero Shooter, very high as well. I don't know why. I haven't really been playing anything. Like, does the Vermintide have Hero Shooter tag? Maybe. That's like the only one I can think of that has like hours in it. And even that hour should be low. Then the final one is Lego. I have 100% a couple Lego games this year. I kind of stopped even though I was supposed to continue and go through them, but yeah, makes sense. 26 badges. I would have expected more because it felt like I did earned a lot of badges throughout the year, but that's something. And yeah, Age of Empires, it's the most played. 62 achievements from that game alone. 72, sorry. Yeah, like, they come out so slowly, and some of them are so random. I would have not thought that there would have been that much. Then Total War Warhammer 2, 16 achievements. Yeah, like, most achievements in that game are just so crazy. I will never even dare to try to even get like 50% of all the achievements. Oh yeah, these have individual day streaks as well. I call bullshit. There can be only a 9-day streak for Age of Empires. That's bullshit. Meanwhile, for Total War, 17 days. Yeah. I would have expected that to be more as well. For Fallout, only 5. Huh. Meanwhile, after that comes Necromunda Under Hive Wars. 12 days. 11 achievements. That's a lot considering how little achievements there is left. Most of it requires multiplayer. So yeah, somebody challenge me in Underhive Wars. I want to actually see how it plays in multiplayer. Then Ace Attorney. 12 achievements. Well, yeah, because I played the last game this year out of that. Oh yeah, the longest streak. And now looking at the games I played, let's actually see. Left 4 Dead, I played that on with Goran on stream. Dawn of War, I streamed that. Dawn of War Winter Assault, I streamed that. I was doing the Fallout 3 run there. Ribbon, I actually completed Ribbon. Night of the Rabbit. Oh yeah, I did the missing achievement for that game. At least I think I got it completed. Blood Bowl 2, I have a sad little of Blood Bowl 2. There was that one stream. There was some Jackbox. I guess I did do a Jackbox stream. Sorcery, yep. Remember that. Psychopath, yep, remember that. Patchwork. I'm surprised that it's not in any of the streaks or anything. I did play that for a long while, but I got burned out. Multimirror, I completed that soon. Necromunda, no surprise. More Jackbox. 4 to 8. In the end, I was disappointed how things worked out in that game. Phasmo, that's always fun. More Jackbox. Ace Attorney. Oh, Noita, I should play more Noita. Even more Jackbox. Wait. Garfield Kart is in the streak? Oh, now I see where the streak actually took place. No wonder. And Hired Gun. Oh, and Death Job. That's there as well. Yeah, then I don't get like... You can either see like a grid view or from per month view of the games you played. I'm just gonna quickly go through the grid view and say if I notice a game which I don't remember playing this year at all. Like, there are 80 games, so it's a long list. many of these, I would have thought that I, you know, didn't play this year. But it was looking through like the previous streams that happened this year as well. I was like, oh yeah, that actually happened this year. Time gone so fast. And some were like, oh wait, that happened actually a couple of years, like last year. Oh no, time goes fast. Look, like, I'm looking at the list and it doesn't feel like there's actually 80 titles here, but it has to be. By like quick multiplications, it has to be. It just doesn't feel like it. And yeah, many of these games, it just adds up, like the numbers of games, because these are games that I just like quickly play, like very often. Ugh. It says that some of my friends has shared their Steam replays. I just don't know how to actually look at them. Not that I'm gonna do it now anyway. But yeah, those were Steam replay stats. How long did I end up talking about that? Let's actually get back into the game. But yeah, I do love that companies have started doing shit like that. Like, I do love like seeing, you know, those stats. Like, I bet that you can like share, like I know that you can like share an image format of it, and I bet that you can like share the link or something, but I didn't plan, you know, like going through those on like any other ones during a stream. Maybe like off stream, sure, but not on stream. If I could just do like a fat out versus, I could just like compare mine to someone in my friends list. Yeah, I could do that while on stream, because that would be fun to have live reactions, but I didn't see that being like an option, so I doubt that there's like an automatic way of just doing it. Arrokuda. Well, oh no, Aquajet. Lost 1 HP, and it's enough to spread the seed, so I'm gonna be healed by the 1 HP. Oh, that was pathetic. So pathetic. Okay, I don't have anything, you know, specifically good against this place, but well, the thing is, I should be way over leveled anyway. So I'm thinking maybe I just put in the Pokemon with least experience, you know, just so they would get some more experience. So how about this? You know, that will be our first tree. Let's make a save, because this is gonna be a long recording. That one is the main door right there, if I recall, but for some reason it looks like the gate is open. And yeah, that barricade, like it, I never really, you know, saw it, because I just took a route that like went around it, like from above, so I kind of missed that that was there. But let's get started. I was so close to the border of getting the cutscene. God dang it. Yeah, I'm gonna keep pestering him. I'm gonna call him the director every time. Like, where is he going right now? Like, legit, he just shows up, disappears for no good reason. He should just wait over there. But yeah, since I have not looked at these barricades ever. It's huh. Okay, so you would just have speakers put on barricades, but you don't care about the barricades. You just let anybody go past. If you go into the base, like I did show on a stream, you get booted out. But those barricades mean nothing. It would have stopped my way if I didn't have the long jump. But, yeah. I have the long jump, I can just jump over. I don't know why that like blank dock screen took so long. You got it all wrong. I'm not the one called Juliana. I'll get out of your hair. And then you just get booted out because this is one of the rare occasions you can just say no. And I don't know, why is this screen taking so long? Like, this specific one, it's taking ages for some reason. I don't think it did on the Violet copy. Maybe there is like additional calculations it like checks it's doing in the background based on how many other places you have done or something. But yeah. Why are you so confident that you can just take me on? You sent out a perp. How if I take down the perp? Oh, let's actually use its weakness. Ace Fang. Let's be even more mean to perp. Yep, that's all they had. Major overkill. In so many ways. And they almost paid me 1,000. I would love if I could just go around in town, just challenge random people to a Pokemon match and just get money enough to buy anything I want on my way. Oh, that would be a dream. And then when there would be somebody that would be just stronger than me, I would just pretend not to, you know, be a trainer. Or just when it's time to pay up, just say if it would go on like a percentage wise, which kind of would make sense that you would have to pay a certain percentage of what the money you have. Just saying that, oh, I only have pennies, so take pennies of pennies. Because the logic of how you get paid in these fights, it never made any sense. Like, I would have thought that they would have fixed it for having the league points. So they could have made it's sensible in a way that after every fight, you have to pay the winning party league points. And the amount of league points would be based on how many Pokemon were in the fight. But then, how would payday work? I guess it just would mean that you have to calculate the fact that, oh, your opponent used payday, you have to pay them more. It makes more sense than what's going on right now. And let's see, I doubt I can make my record. 35 is my record. And yeah, it has proven to be quite unbeatable. Oh, you are so slow! He's not gonna make it. Oh, Archibald, oh my God, I love his design, but he's so slow. Guess the tiny kaiju legs don't carry that well. Not that I would need to hurry anyway. It's like, you are given 10 minutes for this. Why? Like, I have a hunch that even if you had like freaking level 1 Pokemon, you could do this under 10 minutes easily. Because I have done this under a minute in some places. Like, the fights end in an instant regardless. And I don't get my Pokemon ever hurt even in this, and you have the freaking healing opportunities. Like, why? Why is this thing so ridiculously easy? It feels like a non-game in essence. Because I do love the concept of this, I just wish that there would actually be more, you know, actual strategy. And no, it's just exactly 30. Oh, there was one extra. I didn't get to the next party, so I would have gotten at least a couple extra high, like more than that one extra. Oh well, oh well. I do have to say that this is probably the coolest out of the cars. Why are the loading screens so long? And yeah, him being DJ, like, he's not that bad. Would have thought he'd be much more meaner for this being the dark type place, you know? Same with all the party. And yeah, I can bet that people would say that he's cool. But if he would take off his hat, he most likely would have a bald spot there. I can just see it. It's like, I don't want to spoil, but you're gonna understand it eventually. Oh, nothing I have is very effective, but I'm at the least so over leveled. Should be fine. Meanwhile, that's super effective, but look at the difference. The Ponyard almost killed itself. Team Star do have good music. I did actually put this song, this very song, to my playlist, but it's not like in the like repeated list, because there is one that's even better. it's gonna take a while before we get to that. Maybe 2 to 3 streams. Like, if I'm really fast, maybe even next stream, but I doubt I'm gonna do that much of skipping. Like, it's not that I would be skipping content, it's more of the fact that I would need to, you know, skip walking to places. And yeah, I should do a bit more of that, like, after next stream. And it's gonna be mostly that, but I should still go to places, not like completely avoid places because I have gone down another route already. That would lead into the same end goal. Because there is the northwestern part of the map, which I have not done a lot of exploring even in the Violet copy. Because you never need to, there is nothing in there. Okay, there is one thing, but you still miss most of it, even if you're just going out and trying to find it on your own, which I did. But in the end, I was just left up with many places over there in that zone that I just didn't ever get to. Yeah, a code of ethics should always have been, you know, done before forming up a group. Because forming up groups like this from just a mob is never a good idea. And if you don't have a code, and you have grouped up, yeah, but you're a mob. Even though they would trust him and would be good friends, they like, nobody should be that trusting that somebody else would write down the code. It always should like want to at least have an advisory role while writing it. But yeah, he's taking this like very well, like giving you an honest handshake. Like he lost his spot and all. He's taking this way too chill. Remember how Dark type is supposed to be the evil type? That's what the typing is called in the original language, so... yeah. Nope. It's not the best. I'm just bad-mouthing the school, and the director has to come in immediately, like, oh, but school is fun, you know? I'm surprised that that didn't change at all, because I did say the completely opposite things in the other version. Breaking up the team, like, you just can't expect that they would want to just break up the team and go to normal school. Keep up the team, but go to the school still. That should be like acceptable. I would have loved if it would have been like nighttime during this speech, so the sky would not have been blue. Or morning, or sunset. You know, like sunset would have been the best, like have the entire sky be red at that moment. that smile. It's back. Yeah. Remember this. What's this person like? Who knows? Like, I'm not gonna say anything, but this should, like, I bet most of you have figured this out by at least at this point. Like, everything what's gonna happen with this quest line. It's just way too easy to, you know, see through. I wish that there would have been like a small twist to it at least, but it's just exactly what you expect. Also, the Pepsodent hair. I still hate the fact that you are not given the backpack. Like, yeah, I understand you are not given the exact backpack, but like, why can't you be given like an option to buy like the same kind of backpack? That's all. Like, I would so wear that if it would be an option. Also, yeah, our lizard just continued licking Penny until they got tired and fell asleep from that. And we just watched. Materials. Like, IRL, that backpack would be horrible to use. Like, it would have so much wasted space. And it would wobble about. So I could see that IRL I could not use it for anything. But in game, definitely I would so want to use that. But it's not an option in any shape or form. Why? Why, game? I have a doubt like it's even gonna be in any sort of a DLC. Yes, it would be quite weird to be a DLC thing. Unless, like, Penny is not following the, you know, the clothing rules of the school. So would they, like, I don't see that they would, like, give you an option to dress up like your friends in a DLC, because if it would be in a DLC, you could have cutscenes where you look exactly like your friend, and it's gonna be super awkward. Oh well. I wonder is the yeah, maybe. I guess OBS was done quicker this time. Again, the logic. That was a far longer recording, yet OBS was ready way before. Makes no sense. But here we go. Oh, nope. I knew it was ready too soon. Well, I will just auto-heal the Arctibex. Like, the name is so hard for me to say. Like, I just want to either say just Arctic or Tepax, but Arctibex, like, it's a hard name. Very hard name. Like, Meowscarada is way harder. Especially since, yeah, I do agree that the name should have been Meowscarade. Would have been far better. I see, somebody is actually looking for Beastgrave season warbands for Underworlds. The thing is that if you want to have the competitive status for Relic format, and overall, you don't really want to sell off warbands. Plus, Beastgrave was just so highly spread, and so, like, well, so less both overall compared to other seasons. I would say that it would be an easier spot to find out which stores still have those warbands ready, like unopened, to be sold, than to buy a used one. Trying to think that what warbands were in the season even that I like actually like. There isn't much. Oh, one off, come on. This keeps happening in both versions all the goddamn time. Feels like the game is engineered that, oh, you have defeated that many. Well, you should defeat one more, you know? But like it dynamically changes it. Well, there is a trainer right here. That was a lovely prize. Let's battle. She's a student. Yeah, age means nothing in this school. Not a bloody thing. Sing this snake to death. It's not even Dodon spores, it's just Don spores. Well, that's done. Are you okay in there? No. Are you okay in there? You seem to have difficulties. Can I help you? Oh, you have friends. Well, I guess you are fine, so... Oh, yep, I'll just leave you. Yeah, there is this ruin area right here. I have not been here in this version now, haven't I? But then again, there is not, you know, much to be found here. I'm just kind of getting a bit to the lazy end of the stream, you know, like, maybe I should not, you know, go and explore this entire zone, fight all the trainers, collect all the items. I think I should do what I did say and just like prepare and go towards the next thing to do, which will happen in the next stream. I would want to keep on streaming, I do have the energy, but I have still so much to do. I should finish up that video, I should finish up painting. I haven't even decided what audiobook to listen to next, and that's important. Because that's a great motivator for me to paint as well. Is that I can only listen to the audiobooks if I'm painting. If I would listen them while I'm walking, I would have listened them all years ago. And I bet I would have done way less painting as well. So it's way better kept. Oh yeah, I can now actually showcase the issue with the glide. I forgot. Should have shown it all the way. So, not only the speed is the issue. Oh god damn it, this wasn't far enough. So, next time that I'm high enough. Clear amulet. I see. But I don't have anyone that, you know, boosts up themselves, so clear amulet, it's not that good for me. It looks very cool, and I do like its concept, but I would need to have a Pokemon on the team that, you know, boosts itself up and then just sweeps. But I never really do that plan. You saw a Gimmighoul, didn't you? Widow? It's not a Widow. It's a ghost. Why are you out here alone with your teddy bear? Which will be bitten. I don't care how you look at me. You will be bitten. Knocked. And there they go. So not only they had a teddy bear, they have a very tiny blacksmith, but also just trying to be cute. Meanwhile, I absolutely hate how they look. I thought that my level difference would have been enough to, you know, make this a one-hit KO. But yeah, I hate how Tinkatink looks. Like, I thought that I would hate so much the entire evolution line, but no. The final form, I just absolutely love it. I just hate that yet there is another, you know, fairy steel type. Since fairy is still way on the strong side. And they just keep making more Pokemon that, you know, negates their weaknesses. Why doesn't the other types get that? Why are you boosting the type that's already in the strong? While both grass and dog have been like just beating backs for so long time. Neither, you know, getting like an actually a good Pokemon to handle their weaknesses. Especially like a combination of dog and grass type, like having an ability that would negate at least some of its weaknesses. That would be neat. I would like the combo. Those are my favorite types. And yeah, it's randomly Dragon gets there as well. But then funny enough that my favorite specific Pokemon a fire, E electric type and E fire type. Okay, that was weird. A ghost bug. Nah. Not feeling like raiding a random ghost bug. Not right now, at the least. I was about to say that, haven't I gone here? Like, up when I took care of the Titan, but I guess like, these items do regenerate. Oh, there is also the possibility that I just keep going exactly right here. But yeah, remember our excellent selfies we made on the hill. The mythical golden city on the hills. Now that would be a rarer Pokemon. Oh, you goddamn mutt. Leave me alone. So I will have to kill you. I would take pleasure in doing that, but I'm on a task going somewhere. Can't recall what a shiny one looks. There's so many Pokemon that I just can't remember at all what a shiny one looks like. Of course, the new ones I haven't seen most of them. Oh yeah, I was going to showcase, but DM got into the way. So I think if I jump all the way up here, I shouldn't need to go all the way up the tower. It should be fine if I just, come on, jump from here. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be enough. So I'm gonna finally showcase the annoying weakness of the glide, which I hope that they would repair, but I doubt they're gonna. So not only you go very slow on a glide, you just end up... You saw that, right? There is just a point where the glide just ends. Like, you start going down faster than you're going forward. It's just programmed into it. Oh damn it, I tried to jump. No, Skidoo, I don't want to be looking at my Pokemon's behind. And I don't want to fight. Don't want to capture. Just want to move. And as they say, I want to move it, move it. And they even say that I like to move it, move it. No, no one. I can only imagine how bad my jokes would become if I would actually become a dad. And meaning dad in the more conventional method, because I have created a lot of things. Some that some might say do possess a soul. But it's not the convenient, not convenient, and not controversial, the traditional way and traditional mean. I wonder how much the taxi would actually cost for non-trainers. And the taxi, you know, well, take pilot, because they are flying, being over here, kinda makes sense. It's, their trainers wanted to go from everywhere to everywhere. Them just being in a random high spot, just waiting, it makes sense. Like, traditional taxi drivers tend to like either wait in an area where they know that like old people live. Like, this is very localized here. So they tend to be in neighborhoods where old people live on times when they know that they're gonna be cold, in very likelihoods. Or that they're just waiting in train stations, bus stations, like places of high peak traffics. Or in front of bars, depending on times. But a traditional taxi needs to abide by the road, and I wasn't looking down at all because these insects are tiny. But yeah, a flying taxi could just wait from further along and just fly where they are needed. So I would showcase the issue again and go all the way down there, but I do want to go into the mountain. I think it's time. I do want to see what's here. Normal type bird. No, I couldn't escape. Damn pesky mutt, leave me alone. So many. I tried to evade. So many random Pokemon out here. And this hour localized within this random field. Yeah, meanwhile in here there would be a Salazzle. You know how happy people would have been in Sun and Moon if they could have just go and capture a Salazzle like that. Instead, they had to grind for a while in that one area where they could get Salandits and then just hope that they're gonna find a female one. I had to do that pain more than once because I used one in one of the games and then I needed one for the live index. And yeah, same with this fellow in the previous generation. You could just skip the awful first form and just directly go and find, you know, the version you want. Evolved. Because both are here. What? Why? What? Zen, what are you doing? Why? I'm.
For the Emperor!
Okay, thank you so much, Zen. I was very confused, and I was very confused. Why did the sound take so long to happen after I saw the image? Yeah, I do have to agree that like some of those new features are like way too easy to click. And I would not have expected there to be so many random messages that pop on my end if someone else clicks one of them. But oh no 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 nope 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 nope. OBS, why? Yeah, that's the reason why it exists. But on my end, I see additional messages about it on the chat itself, and I'm not sure can either of you see it, but I would think that mods should be able to see that. There is like extra messages addition to, you know, the command itself. But yeah, I don't know why OBS just started doing that shit again. I haven't done a recording there. Oh, now that I go into at the actual Streamlabs events, I only now can see that, oh yeah, the misclick were part of the sub message, not the message. So, okay, hopefully it's fixed again. So Zen exit. No, it's there. You don't install it. You just either press it on or off. Zen accidentally clicked it on when he was trying to do the sub. And I am really appreciative of the sub. And I just wonder, because it said that it cleared out the chat, but I can still see all the messages. Nothing has been cleared. Is it for the fact that both of you are mods? Or just that you guys, neither of you sent messages like a few minutes before the click happened? Like, what's the limit? the mod thing responds to why your messages weren't cleared, or for just go around to answer what the shield is? Oh no, the pinning is awful. Like, it takes so much space. You can't see the actual chat if you pin something. On the phone, it takes more than 10% of your screen. Like, pinning only makes sense if there is like a poll, really. For polls, it's like a good, but the polls are like a separate thing already, so eh. Oi. There are like some very excellent designs in this generation. Like, yeah, there are some that are just flat out awful. But there are some of the best designs as well. Okay, this is gonna be really hurtful. Yeah, that. Oh, of course it has 30. Of course. Well, then the world and the UI. Well, the game was very time reserved. Like that's a different thing. That's not something to, you know, really even mention. Overall, I think the UI design it's like okay. There is not much I would change. I would just change a couple of like the options of like what button does what and where you have access to what. But yeah, the map issues, the shading issues, they aren't any sort of deal breaker, but it should not be here. Definitely should not be here. Which excuse? Like, I'm about the UI. Like, yeah, I never seen any other games actually getting flagged for the UI, even though many games should. Ah, time. Nah, no. That's a completely different thing. Like, time clearly being like the main issue, like reason for the issues in this game. It's just like why it is. It's not like on, let's just say, something you should just agree that, oh, just because the time was a thing, it's fine. It's just the reason behind. And yeah, like, I could totally just let go of all like the graphical issues. But I do have to say, especially because it happened live on air, even today, on the stream, the fact that the game has crashed, like both of the games has crashed on me, is something I cannot forgive. It's not laggy. Like, that's a lie. When you saw that thing happening, it's OBS doing it. When you see animations doing it, no, the animation is not laggy. It's the fact that the animations switch to a shittier version of the animations and the models. That's a thing which I find, like, I can live with it, but it should not be here. In many occasions, you get like the default standby models happening way too close when they are supposed to happen like when you're miles away from everything. Yeah, it should not happen, but that's the explanation why it happens. And normally I would not have any complaints, but the camera in the battles is well, not good. In dynamic battles, you cannot change where the camera is, and sometimes you are stuck in like a, okay, now I can't do that situation because the camera is working as it should. But you just get like stuck in a situation where you just see the behind of your Pokemon and nothing else, or that the camera goes under the map. I think they have done some hot fixes because the camera doesn't go under the ground nearly as much as it did before. That shit gets annoying. It doesn't affect anything, but it's enough of annoyance that I just can't ignore it. And I would have much rather liked that the cameras would have been fixed. I don't like get anything out of the fact that I can just swivel it around. It's not a free cam. I can just, you know, turn it around. It's not fun enough. I would much rather have a good dynamic camera going back and forth, actually showing me the moves. I guess that like the pro point of the camera being like this is if you're playing in multiplayer, because you could have a friend like doing funny shit behind you, for example, and now you could like actually turn the camera and see what they're doing. But that's only if you play multiplayer. And it will result in the people having a picnic in front of your battle. Like it happened yesterday. And yeah, I'm not against that. Like, if people actually want to join me here while I'm playing, yeah, feel free. I just know that neither of you have the game, so... Usually when I've been streaming this, people haven't been playing it at the same time. Whoop, yep, I made it. I don't think I'm gonna challenge everyone in here, because this freaking cave has so many layers and so many places to go into. It's easy to select a place somewhere in where it's an NPC. Plus there is a lot of Pokemon spawn spots here as well. I don't want to fight a Luxray. Luxray's so adorable. I'm sorry, little one. Okay, you're level 40, so you aren't that little, but still. That was quite tame. Yeah. How have you been doing, Zen? Will you be working through New Year's, I would say, like the day or the day after? Like, I'm playing with the Pro Controller right now. Like, a Pro Controller is a must-have. I could not stream games on Twitch if I didn't have this. Like, it's the only controller I can use. Not that the ergonomics of the Joy-Cons would be bad, it's the drift. Like, I don't have cleaning utensils here, so I cannot stop them from drifting. And I forgot. Like, well, not this time, because I could not, you know... I could not have fit the controllers with me when I went home for the holidays. But the previous times I forgot to take the controllers with me so I could try to clean them. I do have a GameCube controller from, you know, since I had the version for Smash that had the adapter for Wii U, but I haven't used it outside of Smash on Wii U ever. So, nah. And how can you have no drift at all? Like, I have 4 controllers and 4 Joy-Cons, and 3 of them are drifting. And they are doing it non-stop. The damn dirt gets under the freaking sheet. So, like, there's no way to stop it. Everyone has the same situation. I don't know anyone here that doesn't have it. So, really? Okay, which one is gonna come out? Oh, hey Podon, this is not your greatest day. You just bought in a Pokemon that can beat you up even faster. Okay, oh no, I thought that would actually be way more effective. God damn it. Yeah, I can't understand how. Like, how often do you clean the controller? Like, I know that you, like, vacuum every day, but do you clean the controllers after every use as well? So, yeah. I wish that I could actually find a good place to get the canned air, because that's very good for cleaning the controller, but it's so damn expensive and it's not available in most places anymore. I don't know what happened. Well, if you just use canned air on it, so if it gets the dust onto the sheet from time to time, that's enough. But I have no canned air. Okay, I was expecting it to do rest again. Never? How? How then? It's like I never had canned air to use, but I used Q-tips to actually get the dirt under the thing, but since I only have that option at home, since only at home I have the cleaning alcohol. There's even a Lycanroc. It is the midday form. Why both of them no roar? Like, if that trainer would have had stealth rocks, this fight would have been extremely tough. But they don't. Piece easy. Wow, that's actually surprisingly effective. Well, it is over. You know, the way that I end up like moving the camera, it just reminds me constantly of those awful videos that were done in the upper grades by my classmates. Because for some reason, people like back then, when they were given a video camera, note that it was quite a rare thing to have like a video camera given to you to use back then. Yes, smartphones existed, but they weren't really that smart. If you just had a camera of any quantity, it was already like a amazing thing to have. So video, normally they could not even take video. If they could, it would be just a couple of pixels on the screen. But back to the story. So I don't know why, but people just had the habit, which I hate. And our teacher said that don't do it, it's just gonna end up looking horrible. but nobody listened to the teacher and did it anyway. They are given to the video camera, and what do they do when shooting a scene? Camera goes like this by design, and then they zoom in and out, like a lot of zooming all the time. And it was such pain. Like, every video that we could actually film all the way through ended up with almost no footage that should have been used because the constant zooming. And nobody ever wanted to act like doing a scene like a second time unless something went really wrong. Like somebody must have fallen down or forgotten their lines. In any other occasions, nobody ever agreed to take a second take. Okay, I'll see you later, Goran. A frozen firebird. It's not like I do anything with one anyway. But yeah, like you take the rest because I have a hunch you are gonna need it. But 10 hours. Oh yeah, I just noticed what the time is. Yeah, it actually does match up. Damn, time goes so fast. It's already past midnight. Why? Oh, I should be stopping. And my plan is that I will stop like soon. Let's do a bit more before stopping. Just a bit more. Let's start by seeing how many battles I need to do around here. I'm not even looking at them. 7. Okay, 3 more battles. We have one over here. You shouldn't be showing off muscles to tiny school kids, you know. Even if you would not mean anything by that, it would be read by people like that. Well, it is a steel type. Boom. The rain seems to happen at the most inopportune times, but that's the way how it seems to work. Pyro, anyway. Inigo. Wait, Oh, it was the Sinisty that did the sound. It's like, what the hell was it? So 2 more battles. I already went by one of the trainers, and oh, that I never seen the effect going that bad before, like it happened over there. Yeah, like the graphical fixes. They should have just delayed the game, but like how corporations work nowadays, yeah, it's never gonna happen. Like they are slowly doing advancement for the benefit of game, like workers in the game industry in the US side, but I don't think it's gonna go anywhere in a very long time on the east. And over here, well, no game company can ever, you know, actually earn anything because they have been given way more restrictions than other companies, and actually getting somewhere, it's next to impossible. So the only games that have actually become something for a very long time have been done by a single person. Or at most couple. Why are you charming? That's a crocodile skeleton you're trying to charm. Okay, I expected to do a bit more. Fine, I guess we're shadow balling. I said I'm shadow balling and you're erecto balling. This is not how you ball. Of course, I forgot. It doesn't it doesn't lose the normal typing. How could I forget? How many battles like this have happened today? That they just take so many extra turns just because of something foolish. Then again, this area is like my leveled. Like I might be even tiny under leveled, like the rest of my team overall. So next stream it might be hard. It might be hard. Yeah, uproar. I should never use it. The wall switch. Yeah, I should get something better than Spark. But yeah, let's get a switch move. Because I'm not gonna switch when they ask this. I don't get it why they didn't give you an option to set the game to be set or switch. It was in the previous generation. Why was it so ineffective? It should have been more effective than that. I only have a single torch song left. Fine, shadow ball it. Oh, ouch! That hurt. Oh, there goes the dirge. I guess it's time for the tree again. I do have to say that they did have a couple of, couple of things you could do in the previous generation, which they removed in this one. And most of them are things nobody ever used whatsoever. So I can understand that they were removed, but being able to just go into the options and set the switch or the set, that should be a thing. And nobody really mentions the fact that you can't do it. Meanwhile, there are still people saying that, oh, the game autosaves, there is no way to get rid of it. Even though now it's being, this is the second generation where autosave is a thing. And you can just set it off if you want to, like in the previous generation. It's not gonna do much, but it did enough. It did enough, as I was hoping. But the issue is that I should be slower. But I should also have enough energy, I mean HP, to survive, so I should have this. Endeavor. Okay. Yep, there we go. Oh, Pyroar. One more to go. Yeah, I will not heal those two. Like, Dirge was already like over leveled compared to the rest of my party, so Let's just survive what we have. You know, it shined like it would have been of a different color, but god damn it, I could not accelerate fast enough. Yeah, it's not a shiny one. Again, Octix is one of the Pokemon I don't know what a shiny one looks like, so I have to be, you know, more strict by looking at it. Because who knows how minute the changes could be. It's like with the Tauros, like, yeah, if you can see one side by side, it's easy to notice. Well, relatively easy. But if you're just given an image of the Tauros, there's no way you would tell which one is which. Like, are you just seeing a normal one or are you seeing a shiny one? They are so easy to mix up in your head. Yeah, this would have been far easier if I had the boy back. Oh, crit volt switch. Come on, Echo. It's hot. Really? I guess it's hammer time. Why didn't they do this as the first move? Like, it's been so warm, and now you made it snow. It's gonna be even more slush out there. How dare you? In the previous gen, it really feels like that, you know, transformation did absolutely nothing. In this one, it feels like it works almost as well as Mimikyu. And I don't know why. Why does it feel so much stronger here? Did it actually change? Or is it just the Pokemon I end up using? I don't know. Haven't looked up, like, looked into it, really. Come down and slam. I know it's not gonna happen that well. Like, in most cases, it's gonna be a heavy Pokemon versus heavy Pokemon. So we will not go down and slam. At least not in a heavy manner. That move I still haven't mastered, but it gives you such a speed boost. I have done it by accident a couple of times, but I don't know exactly how to do it every time on purpose. And I can usually do it easier with small stones, not like with walls. I need to learn the timing, because that would give a lovely boost of, you know, actually going to places. Maybe I need to do some off-stream training. And there was that other trick which I was not able to do, like by default, but I did manage to pull off on stream. But now that I have long jump, high jump, it's not gonna have any effect. So it should not have. Okay, so what's gonna be our prize? Fire plates. I don't have any Pokemon that's gonna be good with. Ugh. Well, let's heal up. Let's heal our Pokemon. And I should be stopping. It is past midnight. I have so much things I should be doing. Like, I bet if I would not have had to redo the things I had to redo, I would have done this gym as well. But now it has to wait until next time. I can just theorize how am I gonna do it though. Most likely I will start with Scarlet, and then yeah, like I do have Annihilate as well. Most likely it's just gonna require those two and it's done. And just, this is a phenomenon. If you haven't played Pokemon games enough, you're not gonna understand, but when you have, you will. You will end up saving twice when you're actually stopping. That is like a thing you aren't supposed to do. Not like that you're supposed to do it, but you end up doing it because it's just the neurons. They just tell you. Just need to make sure that you actually did save. I bet people will start doing that way less. Especially because so many will start just using the autosave feature. I don't think it will become like a mainstay among those that actually play multiple generations, but I bet it will become like much more common with average random players. But yeah, I'd like to thank everybody so much for joining. And thank you so much again, Zen, for the sub. It really means a lot. And it's fun to see that there is actually another number other than just one in the subs. Anyway, I'm just so used to seeing, like, I have seen other people's, channel sub numbers as well. Almost no one ever subs with anything else than tier 1. So it's so good to see that even a small streamer small streamer like me can have a tier 2 in there. But yeah, so I don't know exactly how the New Year's is gonna go, so I can't make promises. There might be an extra stream. It depends. Will there be people joining up in games? Because I doubt I want to have like a single player stream. Maybe on a Sunday I could, but between like Friday, Saturday, and like the early Sunday, no, I would want it to be something multiplayer if I would. If those don't happen, the next time you're gonna see me is on Monday. It will either be the crew in some form getting together for Space Hulk, or I will return with Man of War. Again, I'm equally excited for both. I don't know how long Man of War will go on, but I have other games that will take its place regardless. There's so much Warhammer waiting for me at the moment. I went from nothing to having multiple games. It keeps happening. Every time. Then after that, you're gonna see me on Tuesday, where I will continue with Heroes 1. I expect that next month I will finish up the game. But most likely it's gonna take the month. So stay tuned. And then next Thursday I will continue where I was left off today. So, again, thanks everyone so much. Hope to see you guys later and bye bye.